One morning, on his way to work, Haris received a message that major changes were coming to his company. Immediately, fear wrapped around his mind. What if they fire me? What if I fail? What if my future collapses? These what-ifs started eating away at him. By the time he reached the office, his heart felt heavy and his steps weak. Even his performance began to suffer. His colleague Raymond noticed and asked gently, "Hey man, why do you look so worried?" Haris sighed. "I feel like something bad is going to happen. I don't know why, but I'm scared." Raymond smiled calmly and said, "Difficulties might come, but solutions also come. Nothing has happened, yet you're imagining results out of fear, not reality." This struck him deep, but he still couldn't fully understand it. Later that evening, Haris went to his favorite spot by the river. Watching the flowing water, he realized something. The river breaks through rocks, bends around obstacles, and still finds its way forward. "Am I weaker than water?" he whispered to himself. "Is fear really stopping me from becoming who I can be?" For the first time, he noticed his own thought. He saw it, recognized it. And when a person recognizes a thought, only then can he begin to control it. Chapter 2. The Prison of Ego. Just as he started working on his fear, life opened another door. The door of ego. A new project arrived at work. The boss stood in front of the team and announced, "This project will go to someone who shows real leadership." Before Haris could react, Raymond raised his hand. The team supported him too. Haris felt a sting in his chest. Why not me? I'm better than him. Why didn't people support me? His ego started whispering into his mind. Soon irritation, jealousy, and negativity began poisoning his behavior. One day he even fought with Raymond over a small issue. Surprised, Raymond asked, "You're angry just because I got the project? If you believe you're better, then prove it. Don't try to pull others down." The words pierced him deeply. At home, he stared into the mirror and said slowly, "My ego is the wall stopping me from growing. I want praise, I want recognition. But instead of improving myself, I'm competing with others, not with myself." This was the second major realization of his life. Chapter 3. The Gift of Gratitude. Fear weakened him. Ego misled him. But the real Haris was completely hidden behind ingratitude. One day his mother fell ill. At the hospital, he saw patients who couldn't walk, couldn't speak, and some who were counting their last breaths. The sight shook him. He remembered all the small things his mother did for him, cooking his favorite meals, worrying for him, praying for him. When they returned home, he held his mother's hands and said from the heart, "Mom, I'm grateful for you. Maybe I never realized how easy my life is, just because you're here." His mother smiled and said, "My son, gratitude makes a person notice what he has. Otherwise, he keeps crying about what he doesn't have." This sentence unlocked something in his mind. That night, he started a gratitude journal. On the first page, he wrote, "Today I will thank life for what I already have, big or small." In the coming days, he felt a shift inside him. He became calmer, more focused, and more positive. Chapter 4. The Journey of Self-Awareness. Life slowly returned to its routine, but Haris was no longer the same. Now he observed his thoughts. When fear came, he asked himself, "Is this real, or is my mind imagining?" When ego rose, he reminded himself, "I will compete with myself, not with people." When ingratitude appeared, he opened his journal. What am I blessed with today? One morning, the boss made an announcement in front of everyone. Our best performer this quarter is Haris. Everyone clapped. Even Raymond hugged him warmly. Haris smiled, not with ego, but with gratitude. On the way home, he thought, the day I learned to recognize my thoughts, my life began to change. Chapter 5. The Final Lesson. One night he sat by the window, looking at the moon. Soft wind blew across the city, filling the night with peace. He whispered, "Fear kept me small. Ego kept me distant from people. Ingratitude blinded me. But when I learned to understand my own mind, the world changed. He wrote the final lines in his journal. Asterisk, asterisk. To change life, you don't need to change your situation. You need to change your thinking. If you don't master your thoughts will master you. So observe your fear, but don't surrender to it. Recognize your ego, but don't become its slave. Practice gratitude because grateful hearts never stay empty. Asterisk, asterisk. He closed his journal, took a deep breath, and said, I finally understand my mind, and that is my greatest strength. The end. Horace's story is the story of every person trapped by their own thoughts. But the truth is, thoughts are not our masters, unless we make them so. If we learn to control fear, soften the ego, and embrace gratitude, then life doesn't just pass. It becomes beautiful.